Hi class, today we are reading Chapter 1, Lesson 5, People of the Northeast Woodlands. Like the Southeast Woodlands, the Northeast Woodland area was populated by different tribes, each with their unique customs and traditions. The Mohawk, the Narragansett, Seneca, Pequot, Iroquois, and Oneida tribes lived in the Northeast Woodlands. Because of differences in climate and terrain, people in the Northeast ate food unavailable to people in the Southeast. Rivers in the Northeast, for example, had annual runs of fish like salmon that moved up rivers from the sea. In the North, people often had to rely more on fish than on crops because frost frequently destroyed crops. On the Atlantic coast and along major rivers, shellfish were plentiful and provided a major source of food for the people living there. Because of the colder climate, the clothing worn by people in the Northeast differed from what people in the Southeast wore. While the basics, brie cloth and leggings for men and deerskin tops and skirts for women, remained the same, people in the Northeast wore heavier and warmer leggings and various furs. Northeast tribes also used snowshoes for walking in the snow. Snowshoes work by distributing a person's weight over a larger area so that person does not sink into the snow. Let's take a look at this picture here in the caption. The caption reads, "Wampum, or stringed shell beads, was used for ceremonial purposes and for trade." Let's take a look at the next page. In the 1500s, the Iroquois lived mostly in what is now upstate New York. Historians call this group the Iroquois because they spoke languages in the Iroquoian language family. However, the Iroquoians call themselves the Haudenosaunee. In Iroquoian, this means people of the longhouse. For housing, the Iroquois depended on wigwams and longhouses. The Iroquois made wigwams by bending young trees to form the round shape of a dome. Then, over this basic shape, they wrapped pieces of tree bark to protect against bad weather. Over the bark layer, they added thatch, or dried grass. A small hole at the top allowed for smoke from the fire to escape. Longhouses were long, rectangular homes. The Iroquois made their longhouses by building a frame from saplings or young trees. They covered the frame with bark sewn together. Inside, they built a long hallway with rooms on both sides. Then, they lined the walls with sleeping platforms covered with deerskin. They also built in shells for storing baskets, pots, and pelts, the skins of animals with fur attached. Several families lived in the same longhouse. Almost all Iroquois property was controlled by clans or groups of families who shared the same ancestor. Women were the leaders of their clans. Among the Iroquois, it was the women who decided how the land would be used and who would use it. When a man married, he moved into his wife's longhouse and lived with her family. Children took their clan name from their mother. No important decision could be made without the approval of the clan mother. Although the leaders of each village were men, it was the clan mother who chose them. All right, boys and girls, go back and reread this chapter if you need to, or rewatch the video, and we'll see you soon.